I have my 12-inch non-stick skillet, and we are cooking up 3 pounds of turkey meat. So what I want to do first here is cook off my onions and my garlic with the help of a little bit of olive oil. And I actually didn't want to use a regular cooking onion because I had some leftover scallions from another recipe and I didn't want to waste them. So I cut them up. I have about 4 in here, and I'm sauteing them until they're a little bit soft, and then we're going to add in the 3 pounds of meat. You always want to cook your garlic and onions a little bit first before you add meat to it, and make sure your skillet is really hot when you put your meat in. We're going to put our meat in and cover it with the lid and then teach you about the mix and chop. We'll be back in just a moment. So our meat's been cooking for several minutes. We're taking the lid off. Go ahead, Jade. Okay, so you literally leave your meat in its block until it begins to separate on its own. And then you start using our mix and chop to break it up. Jade, you're just going to give it one sort of chop all the way around the meat. Chop everything up at least once just to break it apart, and then we're going to put the lid right back on because we want it to continue to cook. And the goal here is we're going to literally chop our meat in the pan to the consistency that we want easily with one tool, and this is the mix and chop. One of the most popular tools Pampered Chef has ever had in terms of from the day we introduced it to the million that were sold in the first couple of weeks, and in the years since, it's just remained one of our most popular tools. You can do it on chopped meat like this. You can do it on sausage. I use it to make egg salad, tuna fish, guacamole, all kinds of things. It's just fabulous to break up the ingredients really easily. And this is just here in our skillet with the scallions, the garlic, and the Italian seasoning that we had already had. All right, Jade, that looks good. Take it out. We're going to put our lid back on. We're going to turn our heat back up a little bit, and we're going to let this cook for about another 3 minutes before we do that again, and then we'll turn it until the pink is gone. Okay, we've let it cook for about 3 more minutes. And Jade, I tell you what, go ahead and grab the mix and chop instead. Okay. And what you want to do is start chopping it up a little bit finer. Always put one hand on the handle of the pan, Jade, so that you switch hands. I know you're a righty, but switch hands.
This
okay?
doesn't work?
It will. You'll learn. You have to be a little bit ambidextrous when you're cooking. Our biggest burner is on this side of the cooktop, and that's why it's over here. And the beauty of this is that you have a tool and a skillet that allow you to cook a lot more meat at one time easily. You can cook meat like this with Italian seasoning, onions and garlic, and use it in multiple recipes. We're actually going to use 2 pounds of this meat in a shepherd's pie that we're making, but then we're going to take about another pound of the meat and put it into a container and let it cool down, and then we're going to stick it in the freezer so we have it the next time we want to make lasagna or any kind of meat sauce. You're just not comfortable using your left hand, are you?
No.
Okay, well, you need to learn how to get comfortable with that, okay?
I know, I'll do it at dinner, but I don't want to do it where there's a burning hot pan.
Okay.
I'll try it
All right.
at dinner.
If my 9-year-old can break up all that chopped meat in a matter of seconds, anybody could do it. All right, we'll be back with more of the shepherd's pie soon.